Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Dudes versus Everything. We are your host. As always, I am Jesus Perez, and my dearest friend over there is
This is Rudy Robles.
Yes, and today we also have. Either one of you can.
Was that my cue? I'm sorry.
Either one of you can go ahead.
Yeah, I thought you were we were gonna go in a circle or something.
I got awkward.
Anyway, sorry. I'm Zach. I'm Zach Myers. I've been on
He's been on one
like
or
the fifth time.
like 2, 3, 4, fifth time.
Several
episodes.
Fifth time.
Okay, I lose track. Okay, and then we also have.
My name is Mouse. That's it. That's all I want to go by.
That's all she will. She identifies as Mouse. And that's all you
Yeah, I'm
will
not gonna
ever.
talk that much, but I will try.
That is all, folks.
That
All right, that concludes our episode.
This is it. This is
Stay
today.
tuned for next
Play
week.
the outro.
Welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and see you next time. No,
You know what we do need? We need an outro.
we don't have an outro.
But that's what I'm saying.
But I
we
can
need
make an
one.
outro.
You
Apart
want-
from the intro that I made actually. So
instead of it just like cutting out, we could just have an outro. But anyways,
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've heard several outros, but like most podcasts that I've listened to, they don't have an outro. And I guess like if they were to have an outro, the only thing that I've actually heard is like a little short clip, like that 2-second clip, a little.
that's what it's supposed to
I
be.
mean,
It's just an outro.
That's gonna make us unique.
What would you feel is better, or what would you feel would be an outro for us?
Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Hands down, one of the greatest songs of all time.
Without getting copyrighted.
Well, then an original song.
You want to make a song?
No.
I mean, we could all make a song together. I mean,
He's like right here.
Oh.
I could-
yes.
The same
part of
dude who's
the
made
same
our
guy,
outro.
the same guy that made part of the intro today.
yeah, I made the little instrumental beat and everything. I didn't make any like the little whole like popping and cracking the cans open and pouring the alcohol and whatnot. But yeah, I made the little instrumental, I guess, rap beat, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But no, we could legitimately like make a song, like a song, and you guys could be singing over it. I'll write the instrumental, and then you guys could sing.
No, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea. And unfortunately, we are recording on I say unfortunately because we were unable to upload Thursday's episode because we were about 2 hours in, and the entire file, just the program FL Studio,
corrupted.
just it probably got corrupted, and the entire program just kind of shit on us. And then Friday came, and shit happened there, and well, now it's Saturday, and we're recording. We're also doing the video as we have these past several episodes, but we're doing it differently. We're doing a whole 16:9 ratio, 1080p, and doing cutscenes here and there. So yeah, what are we talking about, Robles?
All right, so during that podcast, we did have a lot of topics that we did talk about that got deleted, and honestly, like it didn't hit me until like today. I was like, damn, like we talked about a lot of good shit. It feels kind of bad, but we're not gonna dwell on it though. No. Today's a new day.
A whole new world. Oh, okay, no, I should
We're about
probably
to get
stop there
copyrighted
before
by
we,
Disney.
yeah.
No, we had a whole there was a whole moment in it. A lot of the episode, there was a lot of subtopics. No, there were a lot of micro topics in that last episode, not major topics. And I feel like that was a great way to have it be, because it was the anniversary, the birthday, I guess you will, the 1-year birthday of Dudes versus Everything, and among that was a good homie check, and there was a couple minutes when we talked about our friend over here, our guest Mariah.
Oh, you guys talked about me?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was a very heartfelt moment. Pretty much Robles was confessing his love to Perez, and then we talked about you, and we were we wish you well. You know, because we know that you're leaving, and it's a sad moment, and it was super heartfelt. I was gonna cry.
Damn. Dude, I'm just looking at the fucking recording. Like my arms look amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to take away from
You're
this,
fat.
but like
That's what it is.
no, dude, it's
You're wearing a curvy shirt.
Look at that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it do look nice. The lighting is setting
yeah,
good.
like
If
the
you guys have a
lighting.
chance to watch the video portion, which doesn't get released until a few days after the audio release. But anyway, yeah, we talked about you, Mousely. It was because you're leaving on Tuesday.
I am.
And well, like it's I don't know, it's gonna affect everyone, and well, I guess not everyone, but it's gonna affect me and Robles. And I'm gonna miss you, even though like you've been quite a neighborly neighbor.
You've been a homie.
You've been a great friend. And even though I said what I said on Thursday, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it right now before we move on, because you deserve it. I don't know. You deserve whatever's coming to you. Good things. Good things. You deserve you deserve good things.
Hitman is gonna see me next week. Thank you.
Anyways, sorry. Like all of the crown just kicked in. Which, by the way, going straight into that.
Yo, well, yeah.
What are you drinking?
What?
Yeah,
What am I
are you
drinking? I happened to go to the shopette and get myself the very last bottle for the moment, the very last bottle that they had of Terramana tequila again. It is great. I got the Blanco version, and it is 40% alcohol by volume. And I got the large bucket margarita mixer. It's like 3 quarts. It's called the Big Bucket, and I've taken a few shots of the tequila itself, and then now I'm kind of mixing it, and it's great. It's very great.
The Rock, please sponsor us. Also, Dwayne Johnson, please sponsor us.
They're the same person.
No, they're 2 very different people.
Are you
Have you ever seen The Rock and Dwayne Johnson in the same room?
I mean, they're the same person, but no, to answer your question, I haven't. No.
Exactly.
But like, they're the same person. So technically, I have. I've actually never met him in person, but I would love to. He's not like
real.
I missed my first chance to meet him. When he came to Korea, and when I was there back in 2018 to 2019.
What was he doing
in
Korea?
He was with his wife, and I forget what it was. We had like a sharp thing, and his wife was like talking about like sharp and all that to all the soldiers. It was really
For those
nice.
of you that don't know and are in the military,
Yeah.
or the army for that point, because I think sharp is an army thing.
Yeah,
SHARP
sexual
stands-
harassment, assault response prevention.
Say that again.
Sexual harassment, assault response prevention.
Yes, and go on.
That
was
it.
your- that was
yeah,
your-
I literally missed the one chance because I was stuck on a mountain for
Oh,
a
shit.
good time.
That sucks.
Well, since you, it's starting to hit me now too. It's
no,
kind of
I'm
like
getting
it's
really
kind of
hot.
slimy, and we're doing a podcast today. But because you were on that subtopic of like sharp, real quick, I mentioned it on Thursday. The hotline number for sexual assault, if you are a victim, you can call the national hotline at 1-800-656-4673. That is 1-800-656-4673. And the domestic abuse. The domestic abuse.
Yeah, I was like, what?
The domestic abuse hotline. Yeah, because there's like a subtopic I want to re-mention because it was a crazy little story that came out like a year or two ago. But the domestic abuse hotline is 1-800-799-7233. 1-800-799-7233. And so, yeah, just wanted to mention that real quick.
All right. Well,
So,
I guess I'll
what are you
kick
drinking?
it off. Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we never-
no
we
one else
never
said.
finished that,
No
yeah.
one else said. We're going back.
We're going back in time, boys.
What you know about? No, we're not.
No, stop. We're gonna get flagged.
I hate that song. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. Honestly,
Fucking-
it was good for like the first 2 minutes that I listened to it, and then like any time that I heard it after that, I was like, this is garbage.
Yeah, they're making a meme about it now. Anyways, I'm drinking fucking one of my old-time favorites that I decided to just go back to. That brought back
sure,
like.
You sure about that? Is it really one of your all-time favorites?
Yeah. It's something that I used to drink. Like we used to drink a lot. We drank this like a lot, like exclusively for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I don't even remember how I started getting into it, but it's.
I recommended it to you one time, and I remember I was just like, "Oh, you got it. You ever tried a Crown Royal?"
Oh yeah, it's Crown Royal.
Crown Royal Vanilla.
Yeah, Crown Royal Vanilla. It's very, very sweet. It's Canadian, so you know. Yeah.
It's very syrupy.
Yeah, very Canadian-y.
Yeah, you put it in the freezer, and it looks like maple syrup afterwards. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
And mix it with some Coke.
The liquid kind.
Yeah. And it's pretty good. It's something that, you know, I never not want to drink. Like it's good for me. It's really sweet, but I like it. It's Crown and Coke. You can never really go wrong with it.
You can't. I mean,
I promise I'm not peeing right now. I'm pouring in drinks.
Yeah. No,
For the people who aren't watching the video, like I'm pouring a drink. I'm not taking.
what are you drinking?
Oh, I'm
Exactly.
drinking that Terramana. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Usually I drink Corona, but my roommate kind of drank my beers.
Yeah. Before you came over here and joined us,
Yeah.
you said that your roommate.
I had 5 beers in my refrigerator because like
Not one.
Yeah, I
Not two.
had a whole 12-pack, right, that I brought on Thursday, and then you know I drank a few throughout the night, and then I took it with me back to my room, put them all in my refrigerator, and then now they're gone. And I haven't drank them, so I mean, they've got to have gone somewhere.
Yeah.
My roommate's the only one that's in my room.
Well,
so.
now you're catching the buzz with us.
Hell yeah.
Mouse. Can I just refer to you by what I always call you?
Mhm.
Like, all right, Mousely, Mariah, M&M.
And
I just came up with that.
I was called that back in 5th grade.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the exact same thing you're drinking. Damn.
Everyone besides Rob.
I'm the only one that's drinking now.
Right. Anyway, on with the first topic.
Yeah. You want me to kick it off?
Yes, kick it off.
Go ahead.
All right.
Use your
So I was originally going to talk about Houdini, but I feel like I can push that to the right for my second topic. But my first topic that I really want to talk about, that I genuinely like have a passion for, is Pokemon. All right, so when it comes to Pokemon, I fucking love it. All right, I love Pokemon to death. I'm not that
Who
fucking
doesn't?
You are wearing, you know, a Pokemon hat, and
Oh, this is a Kirby shirt.
Well, he said hat.
I said hat.
The hat that he's wearing right now,
Oh.
he literally will go everywhere with. He's got like if the pins that he has on the hat were gym badges, he would have them all. Like literally,
He's got to catch them all.
One of these pins itself costs like $20.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But go
What?
ahead.
Yeah,
were you-
there's some really expensive pins on this hat.
Holy shit.
But
What were you gonna mention about him?
so I could talk about Pokemon for like a fucking 11-hour conversation, but I'm gonna fucking keep it compressed. So Pokemon, I love it. I've loved it like ever since I was a kid. A lot of people hold it dear to their heart. But as of recent events, Pokemon has just been taking a huge spiral, especially due to COVID. So basically, to break the whole story down, in my opinion, what happened to Pokemon? Why is it coming back? Why is it becoming popular again? What is going on in the Pokemon community and a bunch of other shit is basically what I'm going to talk about. So,
Okay.
First things first. So, I'm going to start off with my personal story about Pokemon. So, I started watching Pokemon, the anime itself, when I was maybe like 4 years old, 3 years old. I fucking loved it. I was hooked. Like that. Like I learned the fucking poker rap song at the end of the fucking episodes. Like
The poker rap song.
Yeah. So
Can you recite it right now?
I don't remember. I was like 4 years old, dude. But But at the end of every episode,
Pokemon.
they would like sing like every single Pokemon's like name and like.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was almost like it was the same scene as the Who's That Pokemon?
Yeah.
And but instead they were rapping about Pokemon.
Oh.
So, I fucking loved Pokemon, man, and ever since then, like, I started watching the show. I collected cards. Like, I still feel bad because, like, you know, I think to myself, like, shit, like, I know where those cards ended up. I remember one time I went to the lake and I had a huge fat stack of Pokemon cards that I would always keep in my pocket, which now I look back and I'm like, you piece of shit. But we went to the lake one day and we decided to go in the water, and I forgot that I had all my Pokemon cards in my pocket.
You kept your fucking cards in your pocket.
I was like, shit. I was like,
And then
6 years old.
you go to the fucking lake, and then you're like, oh. You were one of those kids that's like, I'm excited about something. I'm gonna keep it with me at all times.
Yeah, I was that kid. That's how much I loved it, dude. I kept a pack of Pokemon cards no matter where I went. I took them on vacation during this lake.
You didn't even have any like
I mean,
like,
as a kid, like a vacation is like every day.
Yeah.
You didn't even have any like sleeves or like a case or anything. To
I
put
had a
them in,
binder.
or?
I had a thick ass binder. But I was a kid. I traded them for a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I wasn't really much into Yu-Gi-Oh. I was more way into Pokemon.
Yeah,
I was
like
way more into fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Like you're really into Pokemon. Juarez, which is actually our marketing. He's part of our marketing team, and
It's in development. The marketing team and the marketing section is still in development.
Yeah,
We can't
yeah.
fully talk about it yet.
yeah, they're in development. You know, it's
And that's all we can say right now.
it's a work in progress. But anyway, Juarez, yeah, he's really big into Yu-Gi-Oh. You're really big into Pokemon. I'm actually really big into Magic.
Yeah.
I love Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering?
Yeah,
I think... Wasn't there a sorry to interrupt. Wasn't there like a PlayStation 2 game of Magic the Gathering?
I want to say that maybe there was. I know that now they have an on like a PC game. What is it, like Magic Arena or something like that?
Yeah.
But like, is it like you can see the actual monsters? It's not just like what is it, a tabletop game?
Yeah, so like there's a tabletop game, and then they have the PC game where like it has like animations and whatnot of the creatures and stuff and whatnot.
Okay, so like you play a card, and then that card comes to like quote unquote life,
Like
on the field or whatever.
I don't
And
think
then
it's
you can, like...
necessarily like that. I think like whenever you play the card, it shows like a quick little animation, and then like that's it. I haven't played the game myself,
okay.
but
Go ahead, continue.
I'm sorry.
I'm just like reminiscing on that. I'm just reminiscing on that story or that game because like I was huge into card games, and like I found that fucking console game, which was a console game, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I love Magic. Fucking, I used to be really big into it back whenever I was a younger teen, and I just recently got back into it like 6 months ago, and oh god, I've spent way too much money on cards now.
Yeah.
I probably in the last 6 months I probably spent almost upwards to $1,000 or more.
Jesus Christ, isn't that like?
Oh no.
This man's probably spent $10,000 probably or more.
If I could make an estimate of how much money I've spent on Pokemon cards, I'd say maybe about like 10 grand, 12 grand.
What?
Yeah. Okay, so hear me out. All right. Hang on.
1 2 0
Yes,
0
1 2
0.
0 0 0.
12,000.
Now, hear me out. I'm talking about like in total. All right.
Like
That's not even close to what like super crazy fans have spent.
Those people spend
I'm thinking like
hundreds
like,
of thousands.
I've known you forever, and like I'm thinking that you fucking spent maybe at a maximum $3,000-$4,000, but you just fucking blew my fucking mind. 12 fucking grand.
And that's, dude, I'm not even like on par with like what some people have actually spent in their whole lives with Pokemon.
Yeah, there's people out here who like are like hardcore about card games. Like they'll spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on card games.
So like going into that, what started this recent Pokemon craze is because Logan Paul, I'm pretty sure most of you listening know who that person is.
you gotta watch. He's got big lawyers, brother.
Yeah.
Watch what you say.
He'll probably try and fight you.
Shit,
Yeah, honestly, no, he's not. Rolla's not big enough. Honestly, he does those fucking UFC stupid fights just for the fucking money. Like he knows he's
and
gonna lose.
publicity. Publicity. Yeah, God.
So, what I like to think that started the Pokemon craze. Well, a major thing, because it wasn't just him. It was a lot of like domino effects that started this craze. And for those of you who don't know, there's been like a recent like uprise and like interest in Pokemon cards lately. But I think one of the major events that happened was when Logan Paul decided to purchase these really expensive first edition Charizard cards. If you all know about Pokemon, you know, like the Charizard is like...
Charizard cards are like one of the most like sought after rare cards, right?
Yeah. And I think he spent upwards of like 20 grand for this one card. Which he didn't have to. He just decided... Yeah, so
like
he spent more than he had to.
How much was the card?
I don't know. I didn't look super into it, but I know that he spent way more than he had to. And he also bought these booster boxes for these first edition cards. Now, for people who don't know about Pokemon cards, booster boxes are essentially a box full of what are called booster packs. Booster packs have 10 cards in each pack. So 36 times 10, that's 360 cards in total in a standard modern booster box. Now, for that box, I believe at the time was maybe at the price range of about 70 grand. Or 60 grand. He decided to spend, if I'm not mistaken, $150,000 for one booster box.
He didn't need to, though.
He did not need to.
So was it on a bid?
Yeah. So
Okay. So for those of you that don't know about manipulation or how markets work or how like bids and exchanges work, when people see that there is anything bought in excess of what it was like meant like quote unquote meant to be sold, you have now started a fucking avalanche.
Yeah.
Like and that's what he did.
Yeah, and it caused a fucking uprise, because if you know anything about like Logan Paul's like analytics and like who he makes his videos for, he makes it for a wide range of mostly kids and so on and so forth. So while on a good part that he started getting more kids into Pokemon cards, which I honestly like condone, because I mean like the more people that get into Pokemon, I mean that's great. However, you got these really shady people that we've talked about before, fucking scalpers.
Yeah.
Scalpers were like, oh shit, this is about to fucking boom. So what happened? Well, every single fucking store that had Pokemon cards, no matter what it was, started getting targeted. All these scalpers started going in, they started buying all their fucking stock, and they started reselling them at a super stupid fucking price. And it didn't help that Logan Paul basically raised the price for a first edition base set booster box. Because now you've set the standard for what that price is. So now other people that are selling their shit are like, well, this guy sold it for 150, so I'm gonna sell it for 150. And now other like first edition base set booster packs and all this other stuff are like, well, I want to sell it for a higher price. And that just started to uprise everything. And it honestly makes me fucking sad, because while I was collecting cards, I saw all this unfold, and I already knew what was going to happen. I knew.
It made you sad?
It did. It made me genuinely sad. It made me... It fucked me up, because I genuinely liked collecting cards. I am not a scalper. I don't like buy a fuck ton of like packs and not open them and decide to resell them for...
Rudy Rollers is a man of God.
I am a man of craft.
No, but
no, my main intention with Pokemon is purely for collection. I like to collect, and there was also a point in time where I also was playing the actual game itself.
Yeah.
So this started to affect a lot of things. This started to affect like all the prices. Now, no matter what happens, it's never going to change MSRP prices because MSRP is going to stay MSRP.
Yeah.
However, scalpers saw that as a fucking opportunity, so they started to fucking buy all the stock. Everything was out of stock no matter where you go. Nowadays, well, a while ago, if you were to go to a Walmart or a Target, you go to the card aisles and all the Pokemon shit would be gone. Like, it fucking sucked. No matter where you went, like, you'd see every single Pokemon booster pack, every single Pokemon, like, item sold. Fucking gone. And it sucked because you knew where that went. It went to these fucking scalpers who were trying to make a fucking buck online.
Well, you don't. What if you don't know that? I get like, what if there are people like you that everyone knew and heard, so they hurried up and they wanted to get their cars before they go. Like I'm looking at Mousely over here, and she looks like she has like something like
I'm just in disbelief. We went to the PX, the little store that's on
Post Exchange,
yeah, and there was like hundreds of cards.
This just happened a few days ago.
Yeah, this happened just a few days ago. There were hundreds of cards. We bought a few, went back the next day, all of them were gone. Every single piece was gone. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's super. And before all of this started, shit. Sorry,
God.
I'm fucking angry.
Oh my god!
All this, before all of this, like huge like rise in Pokemon started, that was never an issue. You would go to the stores and you'd casually see like, oh, they got Pokemon cards in stock. It would never like phase your mind, but you knew it was there. Like, you knew that like, oh, they got Pokemon shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
But now, you can't. And it's fucking depressing. And a recent event that I want to talk about is that Walmart and Target have officially taken down all of their trading card games off of their shelves.
This is very true.
And not just Pokemon, but Yu-Gi-Oh! And
like from
Magic
baseball
Gathering.
to sports to
Yeah,
like
even
like regular like animated fucking cartoon. What I don't know how to explain like just from Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh to
every trading
sports,
card game.
everything is like
They took it down because as of recently, it has gotten so bad to the point where people have been doing so much fucked up shit that I heard one story where someone put a tracker on a delivery man's truck. They put a tracker on his truck and followed him. And they would follow where he went. And whenever they knew that he was about to go to their local Walmart, they'd follow him so that they'd be the first people to get the stock.
what the fuck?
That's fucked up. And another recent event that I found out today because I was at my GameStop and I actually picked up some Pokemon cards.
GameStop, if you're listening, pre-sponsor us.
GameStop is actually doing it right. They're only allowing one box per person because of recent events, obviously. But anyways, I learned today from the GameStop cashier. He told me that there was a recent event where someone pulled a gun out on somebody because they bought some cards and they wanted to get it from them. I don't know the full details on it, but he told me about this, and it doesn't surprise me anymore. Like, there's been fights in parking lots. The people are pulling guns on people.
Literally over a card game. Like,
yeah, over a fucking card game. Now, I love Pokemon to death, but
are you gonna pull a gun on somebody?
No, like, I'm never gonna pull a gun on someone for it.
It's not that serious. Like, it's a card game.
Like, if you go online right now on this day, you're not gonna find Pokemon cards priced at what they should be. Well, I doubt you'll even find Pokemon cards at like their fucking original price, or even in stock for that matter.
And that is what baffled me today. We went to GameStop, bought 2 ETBs. Well, he bought one, I bought one. It was $40.
What is an ETB?
It is Elite Trainer box.
Yeah, so Elite Trainer boxes in Pokemon are basically these like collector edition boxes that come with like what the new set has. And I was honestly surprised, and even the cashier, like, he got sad about it because he overheard me telling her, like, because she was surprised to hear that we only had to pay like
$40.
$40.
I was baffled. We're so used to paying $200 for a little box, just full of cards, but
you
yes
pay $200
sometimes
for
you
a
gotta
box
do what it takes to
of
collect.
how many cards?
Most of these ETBs come with 8 booster packs, so that's 80 cards. But yeah, it's gotten to that point. Like, I know it's bad. I know that purchasing from scalpers is not helping the situation at all.
Yeah.
Because you're basically feeding into the situation. But it's to the point where you can't get anything. Like, this card game may be something like simple to someone on the outside that doesn't really know much about it. Like, oh, it's just a stupid card game. Like, it's cardboard with sparkly little sparkles on it. Like, it doesn't mean much. But to some people like me, it means a lot. It was something of like a feeling of happiness, a feeling of like actual like relief, being able to actually open these packs after I got home from school, or if I went to the store and I bought just one pack. I was the happiest kid on the fucking planet because I was able to see these characters that I've seen on TV.
Right. And like now they're robbing like those kids like of their happiness, you know.
Yeah.
It's like they go to the store, they don't see any Pokemon cards there, and they just walk home sad. Like it frustrates me, the fact that, you know, people want to sit there and they want to, you know, deprave people of that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not this isn't the only thing that's been affected. Trading cards is just one of the few things that this past year has been affected by. This pandemic really has affected everything. The markets, trading cards, PC parts,
even cars. I saw a video yesterday.
Yeah, cars. And right now, like, another huge thing that's really affecting more people, because I mean, sure, like, those things are all tradable collector's items, and fucking like equipment, hardware is all you know, things that you use. But more importantly, like, the housing market is also being hit really hard, and now it's really hard I keep saying hard. It's really difficult to get a house right now, and like houses that are going for 200,000, 300,000 are selling for 2 times the amount, just because of this same exact like scenario. There's not enough houses, and there's people with money. There's businessmen with money. There's organizations with money that want to keep making their money, and the little guy is suffering because, you know, the first time home buyers, they don't have the collateral. They don't have the fucking equity to just say, oh, hey, yeah, sure, I'll fucking pay 2 times the fucking price just so I can like outbid these people. So people, the markets everywhere, all sorts of markets are being fucked and manipulated, and it's crazy. It's a crazy time.
Yeah.
But before we like go on to anything else, I know that Zachary over here has like a time limit tonight, so I wanted to give him a moment to go ahead and speak about his topic.
Yeah, so I do have to be leaving here in about like 15-20ish minutes, because I have to go to a little going away party for a fellow NCO, and
But what was the topic that you wanted to talk about?
Oh yeah, so we talked about it on Thursday. I didn't go a whole lot into depth about it, but we'll go over it again. It was about the guy that, or I guess trainee, who stole a bus in Fort Jackson.
Yeah.
He was 3 weeks into training, and this guy, so they had just gotten done with PT, right? Mm-hmm. And they came back from came back to the barracks, whatever, got in formation. You know, they got released to go to to fucking go do personal hygiene.
Yeah.
And he like somehow snuck away and found somewhere where they like these kids were at this bus stop, right? And so he sat there and he waited for the bus to get there, like a school bus. And
regular school bus.
Yeah, just like a regular school bus. And like these are like, you know, like sergeants' kids. These are like, you know, officers' kids, you know, like fucking, you know, lieutenants.
This was on a military installation.
Yeah,
all these children were children of military personnel. They were Fort Jackson, so they were all army children.
Yeah. And so like this guy like waits for the bus to get there. The bus gets, and like keep in mind this guy has an M4 on him. You know, so I can only imagine like the way that like those kids' reactions are, like, you know, this trainee walking up to their bus stop and he has a fucking M4 on him, but it obviously wasn't loaded, like, because, you know, obviously trainees don't have access to ammunition outside of being on the range. But even on the range, you know, it's like super strict and Terramana.
No, go ahead.
Right. But yeah, like they don't have access to any ammunition unless they're on the range. But even then, it's still super strict. And so, yeah, this guy waits for the bus to get there. The bus gets there. He gets on, and he pretty much tells him like, "Hey, I don't want to hurt anybody, but you know, like, get me somewhere, like, take me off post or whatever." Blah blah blah.
Did he have any ammo with him? Okay, so. When you see a weapon, I don't know. I guess I'm trained to like look at weapons now. So like I don't know. I feel like even if I wasn't, like, does that gun have a fucking magazine in it? You know, like if it didn't, that would like. I mean, did this guy have ammo in his weapon?
So no, he didn't have any ammunition. I mean, say like maybe he did have like a mag inside of his, you know, magwell or whatever. Like that would give the assumption that, you know, maybe he does have ammunition, but. In the off chance, he could just not have anything. But even
he didn't even have a magazine loaded.
I don't know. Like I don't know exactly.
So the story didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the police report said or like what the news reports said about it. But yeah, like this guy, you know, it's kind of funny too because it's like, what if this guy shows up, you know, without a mag in his fucking weapon, and then one of the kids is like, "You don't got a mag in your weapon,"
and then everyone,
like,
yeah, okay,
and he's like, "Oh shit, oh fuck, goddamn," and then all these kids just take him down. You know,
and then like, what do you do at that point? Fucking, that's the scenario. How many kids could you take?
Yeah, but yeah, no. So like, he gets on the bus, you know, he like holds him at gunpoint or whatever, you know, and it's like a lot of these kids are probably freaked the fuck out, like, you know, I don't know what like. Ages they range from, but like they're younger kids. They're like not middle school or high schoolers. They're like in elementary
school kids,
and so
where the age definitely ranges.
Yeah, so it's what, like for like 5 to like 10 or 11 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so he gets on the bus. They drive for a little bit. Like I think it was like, I can't remember how long. It was like 15-20 minutes or something like that. And so they eventually stop. All the kids, the bus driver, all get off the bus and whatnot. He like kicks them off the bus. He starts driving and whatnot. And I can't remember exactly how he got stopped or whatever, but yeah, they
so he had them driving, like, drive 15 minutes and then get out. And at that point, now he's by himself.
Yeah, I mean, probably in his head, he was like, you know, like, oh, well, you're driving slow, or oh, you're not taking me where I want to go. So he just kicked everybody off and like, you know, got behind the driver's seat and started driving. He was probably trying to get off post somehow, but. I mean, I would assume that, you know, someone who's a trainee, you know, who's been, you know...
This person, by the way, like, by trainee, we're talking about someone that's in basic training.
Yeah.
Like someone that has just entered the military.
Yeah, he
and
was
now they have, what was it, like 3 months? Basic training is like 3 months?
It's 2.5.
It's like 2.5 months. And, like, this person is brand new to the military, and we have this person now going to this extent... to get the fuck out, like there are way you don't have to. You do not have to do this.
I know, when I was in basic training, they always told us, you guys could literally just leave, go right out the front gate. They never told us anything more. And some people really fucking thought about it, you know? Like, okay, well, if it's that easy to leave, I'm just going to go right out the front gate. But, you know, MP's is just going to be waiting for you.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get away with it.
But in your cycle, Mousley, was there anyone that actually took that to heart and actually tried?
No, they actually just fought the drill sergeants and got kicked out that way.
Fought, fist fight?
Yeah, fought, fist fight.
Well, at that point, you're just gonna get a dishonorable discharge. I mean, like,
you wouldn't.
In a lot of cases, like a lot of people get out with like general discharges with that kind of shit. Like, it's pretty hard to get a dishonorable discharge nowadays.
It is very hard. I wouldn't say no. That's the wrong way to go about it. Saying that it's hard to get a.
That sounds like a challenge.
It sounds like you're challenging a thing. I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard to kill someone.
I mean,
wait, what? Look, hear me out. Hear me out. It is not hard to do anything. It is what in order to get a general discharge, you usually have to be accused of and being prosecuted of something very, very, very fucking serious. Usually it's like murder, rape, kidnapping, serious accident, you know, serious shit that isn't like, oh, he beat up someone. And I'm just saying, and then I'm like, you know, don't fucking come at me for this. I'm just saying that it is not hard to do any of the things that is out there. Like it's not hard to kill someone. It's not hard to you know, sexually assault someone. It's not hard if you know what you're doing. Yes, it is completely and seriously fucked up and wrong to do. But the act itself,
it's immoral, unethical, you know, illegal, fucking all these things.
Yeah, and okay, when I say it's not hard.
The act of doing it.
Yeah, the act of, like all you have to do is what? Like for example, kill someone, you fucking get a gun, pull the trigger. It's not hard. Mentally, you might be you might be dealing with a lot of shit and you might not want to do it. Obviously, if you're forced to do something that you don't want to do, you're not going to want to do it. But I'm just saying the act of it, I guess the actual word shouldn't be hard. It's not complicated. It's simple. I'm saying it's simple. All these things are simple.
Yeah.
Even though they're like heinous, horrendous acts, like it's like pull the trigger, fucking like kidnap. It's not, you know, it. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Well,
but
I was just saying, like, it's just like
with
the guy that, you know, that they got the bus. That just goes to show how easy it was for him to literally hijack a bus full of students. Like, he literally just walked up to a bus stop with a weapon, got on the bus, hijacked the bus.
And even that, like, how on a fucking military installation.
Yeah.
And like, do you know how he came across this weapon?
So in basic training, you are required to carry your weapon everywhere. Like, yeah, that's a lot of alcohol.
Keep
oh
going.
My God.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're required to carry your weapon everywhere. But that one incident right there, like, that is going to change the way that basic training across, you know, the nation, like whether it be, you know, Fort Jackson, Fort Sill, Fort Leonard Wood, and then there's one more, right? Or is only 3? I think
there's several, but I mean, it already has changed several things. Like the military may not be proactive, but it is definitely active when it comes to reacting to things.
Oh yeah,
and this is one of those things it reacted to. So I think when it came to Juarez on Thursday talking about this, or Fry, one of them two, they mentioned that they are no longer allowed to maintain or hold a weapon at all. And the only time that they are allowed to touch and use their weapon and hold it is when they go to a range and qualify. Like, and honestly, I believe it. And it's just...
Is it a profile that they have, or
it's,
is
no,
that
it's,
just
no,
new
it's
regulation?
not. It's now. Don't quote me on this, but because of these incidents, or this incident that occurred, the Army reacted quickly, and this is their way of acting upon it. Like, you are no longer allowed to have your weapon unless you are at a range. And that's completely different to how when I first joined the military, like I had to have my weapon on me at all times, unloaded, of course.
Yeah.
And the only time it was ever loaded was when I was like firing down that range. But nowadays, apparently, supposedly, because I haven't actually read up on it, but you are no longer have your weapon unless you're on range, and that, I mean, sure, that's how you're gonna go about it.
That's crazy. When I was in basic, I slept with my M4 right between my legs.
No way.
Right between, because the drill sergeants would fucking test you. They would steal that shit and be like, "All right, where's your weapon? Where the fuck's your weapon? Front leaning rests."
Yeah, no. Whenever I was in basic,
You were allowed to sleep with your weapon?
Yeah.
Like in the barracks?
Yeah.
Yes, we had to sleep with our weapons in the fucking barracks.
That was for me.
Yes, like for me too, because like we would fucking.
We were not allowed to even like when we went to bed, like that shit was locked up.
No, whenever we had our weapons 24/7. Whenever we would go to bed, we would fucking put them so like our bunks, the way that they were, there was a ladder and they fit like perfectly right behind the ladder. Like
okay, but what I went to Fort Sill for the purpose of this. Where did you guys go?
I went to Leonardwood, which I'm from Missouri actually, so I lived like an hour and a half away from basic.
Probably different people.
And I went to Jackson.
Okay.
I went to Fort Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no fucking. This is gonna that one incident is gonna change the Army and how they operate in basic training and whatnot.
Not just the Army though. The whole military.
No, the whole military. Whether it be Army, Marines, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, I guess, something like that. What do they do?
The fucking Coast Guard. They matter. They fucking matter. What do the fuck they do?
Like they're like.
Of course they matter.
They're like I guess what's the word I'm looking for? They're like a
support.
Like a great value Navy or something.
A great value Navy.
I mean, they work on the water too.
I don't know. I'll defend the Coast Guard a little bit just because, like, before I joined, like, the Coast Guard is one of the options that I was seriously considering, just because on their website and everything they did, like the way they marketed it. Yes. The way they marketed it was pretty interesting, and it was like, oh, like I could totally do this. Like, it was pretty exciting. Like, back then, as a still civilian, like I was like, oh, I've seen fucking movies. Like, fucking this shit looks pretty fucking cool. Like, oh, you go and fucking bust crimes, you go and bust drugs. Like, you're stopping pirates. Like, and if you're in the continental U.S., it's if you're in the continental U.S., you're running along the Great Lakes, the lakes, the waterways. Like, I don't know. I just thought the Coast Guard sounded really fucking cool. I don't know. But I mean, the rest, all other fucking branches, shit. On the Coast Guard,
I was actually gonna go Air Force before, like literally the way that I joined the Army. Like, okay,
honestly, we all should have just gone to Air Force.
Yeah, exactly. Like, literally, I was gonna go to the Air Force because like, my uncle, he used to be in the Air Force way back in the '80s. And
yeah, didn't you say that your uncle was on a TV show or something?
Yeah, actually, so yeah, this was episode 1 of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I had mentioned, my uncle, he was on TV for his theory on time travel, but he is against it. Like, he doesn't believe that time travel is possible. Like, time travel to the past.
I mean,
at least.
so many people don't believe in, like, I mean, it's fine, but like, I don't know. If you haven't listened, go back to season 1. Honestly, just go listen to every other episode.
Yeah, listen to everything.
Go ahead.
But yeah, no. So yeah, my uncle, his whole theory on time travel, and how it's like you can't travel back in time, but you can travel forward in time. But
I believe in traveling back in time. You just can't go back to the same plane.
Whoa. Okay, so okay, because
wait, before we get on this topic, hold on. I just want to finish my story.
Okay, no, go ahead. Yeah, we keep interrupting each other on their stories, but like, go ahead and finish that story, sir.
But anyway, no, so like, my uncle, he was in the Air Force, and he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, no, you should join the Air Force. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll join. I'll do the Air Force. No, actually, like the reason I was gonna join the military in the first place was long story, but we're not gonna get into that right now. But
I did some crimes and
so yeah, I like every time I would go to the recruiter's office to go talk to the Air Force recruiters, they were never there. Like I swear to God, they were never there. And
Air Force?
Like, yeah, I went like 3 times and they were never there. And the last time that I went, this he was a sergeant first class. Well, at the time he was a staff sergeant about to make sergeant first class. He was on the list or whatever. And so he like came out of his office. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" I was like, trying to go talk to these Air Force recruiters. He's like, "No, get over here.
Okay.
You're gonna join the Army." And I was like, "Okay." So I walked over there.
Unbeknownst to this Zachary Myers, he did not know that this was the last time that he would ever have any rights over his soul.
Yeah, like
Pause.
legitimately,
Pause.
it was super shitty. But yeah, like he coerced me. I mean, he was pretty honest to me. You know, he was like, "Hey, like the Army is a good career if you stick through 20 years and just retire." But
he gave you the 20-year line?
Yeah, no, he gave me the whole 20-year speech. I mean, this dude's been in.
Sir,
for like,
I just want to go to school.
I shouldn't say dude. I mean, I should be respectful. Sergeant first class. Yeah, no, he's been in for, I want to say like, at the time he was in for like 14 years. I've been in for almost 3 years.
At
so
the
he's
time,
been in,
he was a sergeant first class at 14 years.
he was a staff sergeant, and then he just made sergeant first class.
Okay,
yeah.
so you okay.
So anyway, but yeah, no, he's like 17 years in. He's like 3 years left, and yeah, no, he got me in. He got me in.
But you technically didn't finish the story. What the fuck happened to that guy?
Oh yeah, so this guy, he's awaiting trial right now. He's being charged with like 18 counts of kidnapping, one count of like I guess armed robbery, or not robbery, but like armed something.
Everything that he tried and everything that he
hijacking
did was there's for every child and adult that was, I guess, under like everybody in that fucking bus counts as a person, and they're holding that as like kidnapping. And even though the kidnapping has kid in it, a fucking adult could be quote unquote kidnapped. All right, just so you know. But that, I'm surprised this is still an ongoing case. How long ago was this?
This was a few months ago.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a year ago or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's pretty real. Well, no, not even a few months. I think it was actually about a month ago, something like that, like 3-4 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
But actually, that does conclude my time here on this episode. I do actually have to be going, so it was great to be on here with you guys. Fucking, I know this is like, I guess this is technically the whole 1 year birthday anniversary one. Technically, the original one got scrapped.
Yeah, the original did get scrapped, but this is our makeup for it.
Yes,
and we have a lot more to go. Even though you're leaving.
Oh yeah. I hope the best for you guys. I hope you guys don't die or something.